Welcome everyone to Poland, which is the subject of today's video, which is another Nations at their Worst episode. And without further ado, the worst country path for Poland, in my opinion, is a nationalist constitution. So that's what we're gonna do. I already did the usual setup, so we can begin. Alright, it is done, and it removed the April constitution, gave us a nationalist constitution instead, which gives us fascism support, and we can also hire this guy when we reach 100 PP. But we need 15% support for the fascist party to progress further, so until then I'm gonna do the 4-year plan. Next, let's do fill the railways gaps. Next, I could progress down the focus tree, but I'm gonna get rid of the peasant strike first, so I'm gonna do agrarian reform, and also hire Roman Dmowski to get more fascism support. As you can see, it's rising very rapidly, 0.14 per day, for now at least. At 20%, if I remember correctly, it's gonna like be cut in a third or something, or half. Alright, the peasants won't rise up anymore, so we can continue down this focus tree. So, next let's do integrate the Endecja, I think, which is gonna give us 120 PP and 2 advisors. Alright, next let's do consolidate the constitutions, which is gonna buff the nationalist constitution spirit by 10% PP gain, plus 10 stability, so it removes the debuff, plus 10 war support, and even more fascism support. Speaking of which, yeah, it's increasing by 0.06 now. Next up, let's integrate the Falanga. Same thing as integrate the Endecja, just not the same advisors. And to sideline the Sanacja, I think, we need 40%, which is a bit away. So I'm also gonna... oh, there's also nationwide fascist demonstration stuff. I don't really like that weekly stability -2, or the cut in half PP gains, so I'm gonna do it the old-fashioned way and do anti-democratic and anti-communist raids. So now it's increasing by 0.1, even at half scale. And I'm also gonna hire this guy. Yep, this guy. Now it's it was 0.12, but now it's only scaled to a third. Anyway, next up, let's empower Falangist militants, which is gonna make our divisions train faster, get us more men and more fascism support. And here's the anti-Comintern Pact. We're of course gonna join it, even though it really doesn't make a difference, but oh well. We still don't have 40% support for the fascists, so in the meantime, I guess I'm gonna do some more economy focuses. But you could do anything else, really, up to you. So I'm gonna do Polish School of Mathematics for that one research slot. Now that we have 41%, we can sideline the Sanacja, which is gonna remove these two, the Sanation left and right opposition, which is only at low. That's kind of surprising. Anyway, it's gonna remove those, and yeah, that's it. So now that that's been done, we can choose between reopening national elections or the Warsaw Riot. Both of these are gonna make us fascist. Pretty much the only difference between these two is the leader we're gonna get. And it doesn't really matter which one we choose for this run, but since this is Nations at their Worst, I'm gonna pick the worst leader. And we get him with the Warsaw Riot, so that's what I'm doing. So he's gonna flip us fascist, and Bolesław Piasecki becomes the leader, who is an unruly Falangist, which gives us +5 war support. We can justify at less world tension and 25% faster. As opposed to reopening national elections would give us Roman Dmowski, the guy we hired here. And he's the father of Polish nationalism, and he would give us +10% PP gain, +10 stability, and 0.1 fascism support per day. So yeah, I do believe Boleslav Piasecki is worse, but you do you. The Warsaw riots, all according to plan, surely. So we lose 10% stability, and now we are Phalangist Poland. And next up, we can either do the Beck-Ribbentrop Pact or reassert Silesian claims, and I think you can guess what we're gonna do. And that is the Beck-Ribbentrop Pact. And it's gonna send Germany the event of their lives, in which we offer 4 states, which are Danzig, Gdynia, Poznan, and Katowice, which is here. So these states, and we're gonna become their bitch, also known as their puppet. And yeah, I like how it says effects if they accept. Like, why the fuck would someone not accept this? You get free cores and a free puppet. So why would you not accept this? Anyway. The German Reich signs the pact. Who would have guessed? Safe, but at what cost? Indeed. So Germany is back to German Empire shape, except Alsace-Lorraine, I guess. Now we can continue down the focus tree. We can reassert Eastern claims, which is gonna make us claim a bunch of stuff in the Soviet Union. Also, I like how... oh, I am called the General Government. Oh. I thought I would have stayed as Phalangist Poland, but I guess not. Guess I'm the General Government now. Anyway, this is quite useless. 70 days for a bunch of claims, like... Yeah, claims are ever so slightly better than just occupation, but like... Not much at all. So I'm doing Divide Lithuania. And that is gonna send an event to Germany to divide Lithuania, so they get Memel and we get the rest. So pretty much we trade our 4 states for Lithuania's 4 states, I guess you could put it. Also, we can now go up to war economy since we're fascist, and I forgot. And we can also go off of embargoed economy. I'm gonna go on export focus. And I'm also gonna increase conscription. Well, let's see. Lithuania agrees. Alright. And we don't even get a core. Okay, then this isn't really a fair trade. Unless I can core... I don't think I can core Lithuania. Anyway, now we can do promote a Polish upper class. Which is gonna give us 10 stability and plus 20% max factories in state. And resistance grows faster. And the nationalized industry, which is gonna give us minus 5%. If it was 15 or even 10, it would have been okay, but it's a waste of 35 days as it is. So now we can choose between Konfederacja Narodu, which is gonna give us attack and defense bonuses against Germany, and war support and recruitable pop, or German military staff, which is gonna give us more factory output, less training time, and attack and defense nerfs against Germany. And that is what we're gonna do. Also, I love how it's not even balanced at all, even the slightest. So this is giving us minus 10% attack and defense, but this is giving us plus 2.5 and plus 5 attack and defense. Alright, next up, we can choose between the Volksdeutsche Selbstschutz, which is gonna give us more recruitable pop at the expense of even less attack and defense bonuses. Or, forgive me, Polish viewers, if I have any, but I'm gonna try to pronounce this. So we can choose that, or Uderzeniowe Bataliony Kadrowe. I hope I didn't fuck that up that much. But anyway, that would give us more special forces and a bit more attack and defense bonuses. And of course we're gonna choose the Volksdeutscher Selbstschutz. So yeah, even less attack and defense bonuses. One way, I just thought about this now, one way this could be less garbage if it retained this attack and defense bonus against Germany, I mean nerf really, but it gave you some, it doesn't even have to be 10%, but like some attack and defense bonus is against the Soviet Union, or like neighboring communist states if there are any, but mostly the Soviet Union. So that's one way Paradox could improve this path. Next up we have a choice between request autonomous status, which is gonna, I think, upgrade us to a satellite instead of a Reichsprotectorate, or reach out to the underground state, which is, you know, gonna give us attack and defense bonuses against Germany, but only for a year this time. And I complete the Focus Plan West. Okay. Even, I guess you can complete this without having done prepare for the next war. Wait, no, but it said completes. But here it says one of the following must be true: not subject of Germany, not in faction with Germany, or has completed this focus. Well, it's weird anyway. I'm gonna request autonomous status. At least this one doesn't give us attack and defense nerfs. Oh yeah, it says there we become a satellite, so one level more autonomy. But I don't think we can do much with that. And I don't even think it's the level before 3 anyway. But we'll see. German Reich grants autonomy. Nice. Oh, it is the level below 3. Alright. And now the ultimate decision. Decide post-war borders or declare independence. So, deciding post-war borders would give us a 33% chance of gaining cores on the Baltics, another 33% chance on Ukrainian and Belarusian states, and another 33 on gaining cores on Ukrainian states again, and states around the Black Sea, which is this sea. Which is, I mean, that's not bad, but being independent is better, right? So that's what we're gonna do, declare independence. This is likely to lead to war with the German Reich. Well, we're gonna put the army up against the German border. I already built a couple of levels of forts along the border, and some more are building. We're also gonna hire this infantry guy, the cavalry guy, and can't hire anyone else. Also have this guy who is giving us division defense. And I'm gonna give Ritz Schmigli over here defensive doctrine and organization first. Also, Germany just annexed the Sudetenland, and from that we also get Zaolzie, or Teshinsko, I guess. So this state, which is now ours. So the front line is gonna be 2 more provinces wider, so fucking amazing. Well, actually, one thing I could do is release Lithuania as a puppet, retain states with our core even though we don't have any. Or I guess they could have gotten this, so it's good I checked that. So there's a Polish Lithuania, and I'm just not gonna call them in. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 provinces less long of a front line. Oh, now I'm German Poland. I'm no longer the general government. Some units got trained up. So, oh, they just fit in the gaps I left in the army. Well, let's see. The German Reich accepts Polish independence. Okay. I fully thought they were gonna declare war. We shall remain in the Axis, or we declare a full independence, and I would leave the Axis. So so I'm gonna simulate what would have happened. So I'm gonna say we're declaring our independence. So I'm gonna switch over to Germany real quick. No CB. And declare on Poland. And also... Oh, Germany just made multiple theaters. Okay, good. I thought they only had this many divisions. Anyway, gonna attack back to Poland. So, German Reich declared war on Falangist Poland. And, I don't know, 2 mills or something. And we can push a bit until the Germans arrive, which is gonna be soon. Actually, it would be funny if we could get Königsberg. Yep, it's Red Bubble City, all over the front. At least get Königsberg, that's just funny at least. Like, we have the last laugh on the Germans. Also remember, we have minus 20% defense bonuses. I mean, defense nerfs against Germany. So, yeah. It probably would be still Red Bubble City all over if it didn't. But still. Oh, I didn't get Königsberg, so sad. Anyway. Well, this is the death of Poland. The fall of Warsaw. So yeah, I think you see why this isn't a really good path for Poland. Well, it could be less shit if Germany actually accepts, you know. But in my test game I did for looking for the worst path. Test games, actually. Yep. So in that, Germany didn't really want me to become independent, so I just died, just like this. But, so the video is slightly longer, and you get more content. I'm gonna show you the runner-up, too. Alright, I'm back. Did the setup again for Poland. And the runner-up, so the second worst path, in my opinion, is organizing the peasant strike. It's gonna be somewhat similar to the fascist path I just showed you. But yeah, we have to have a civil war for it first. Alright, it is done. We no longer have Senation opposition, but we do have these decisions to bring insert state name here into the strike. So that's what I'm gonna do in the east and as many places in the west as I can before the civil war. Next up I'm gonna do invite the Front Morges. So 3 generals are gonna gain peasant sympathizer, so we can keep them. Okay, next up I'm gonna raise the Black Madonna. You could do any of these really, the order doesn't really matter at all. Just don't forget about the decisions to get more territory when the civil war fires. After that I'm gonna do Armed Peasant Militia. simply because that's gonna give us some more units when the Civil War begins, whereas this would just add days to the looming peasant strike, so the Civil War would fire later, and we kind of wanted to fire sooner. Next I'm gonna do the State National Council. It gives me PP, which is the most important thing, because these decisions take PP, 25 to be exact. And I'm also gonna, well, I would rather expand strikes to factories than Wu General Staff. So, a couple more days, and expand strikes to factories, alright. Well, I can't continue until the Civil War begins, so just like before, I'm gonna do some economy stuff. Oh, right, I didn't notice when you bring a state into the strike becomes 20 days closer. So now that it's negative 9 days, it can fire. Oh, I forgot to bring Vilno into the peasant strike. Anyway, no matter. That. So, we lost Rizhmigli, unfortunately, but we should have more than enough divisions, yep, to deal with the Sanation Poland. So just frontline, aggressive, give order, wait, or you can sneak or snake and do some encirclements if you like there. Also, I doubt there are more than these two divisions over here. They're not gonna really cause us any trouble, so whatever. Next we're gonna do the leftist Sejm to get communist advisors, because we are indeed going communist at the end of the day. Another encirclement here, yep. I'm gonna hire, well, is there anyone who gives us 0.1 communism support? It appears not, so I'm gonna hire this woman. And I'm gonna do communal governance, which is gonna give us stability and some communist support, which is exactly what we need. I hope we can snake to Gdansk, but we can't. Oh well. Oh, another encirclement in Katowice. And now we can assemble a leftist cabinet, which until now I thought I need to not be in a civil war to do, but I guess not. Also, I only just realized too that we don't have any national spirits, which is kind of weird. Those two divisions can do something. Oh well. I'll send this mountaineer there, I guess. Just to confuse the AI or something. And of course, one of the divisions attacks it. Alright, so Nationist Poland is dead. So now we're the Polish Peasant Union. And we're soon not gonna be really democratic. Alright, we get the infighting in the KPP event, where we can choose between two leaders. But this isn't whatever, like the fascist path was. So now it very much matters who the leader is. We're gonna do Poland belongs in the USSR, which is gonna make Władysław Gomułka the leader, who is pro-Soviet and is giving us ideology defense plus 15%. So who cares? And daily autonomy progress gain 0.5, which is actually pretty decent. And now we can do surrender the East. And yeah, I think you can see the resemblance to the fascist path. where we gave up 4 states in the west, but we're giving up the entire fucking east half of the country. Just so we can be best buddies with Stalin. The Soviet Union accepts a necessary sacrifice, or so the event says. And we're a puppet of the Soviet Union. So now we're small Poland. Anyway, let's do the Polish Soviet Socialist Republic, which is gonna rename us. Oh, actually, that's already our name. So, whatever. But, we're gonna get a spirit, which is actually pretty decent. And, we're gonna become a colony of the Soviet Union. And, if you ever play this for whatever reason, maybe don't accept the Soviet Lend-Lease, because that's gonna pretty much cancel out the autonomy progress gain from your leader. Okay, now we're a colony, which isn't the level below 3, so we still would need to be a dominion. And I think an integrated puppet after that, or something like that. I'm not sure. Anyway, let's now do Soviet industrial investments. And we're gonna get 3 civs and 1 mill in Warsaw, which is, you know, it's not bad. Next up, we're gonna do the Soviet military staff, which is gonna give us 7 units for free, which is, you know, it's also not bad. Next, we're gonna do pressure for the West, which is gonna give us scores on a bunch of German states, and we don't ask for them or anything, so I don't know who we're pressuring with this one, but oh well, we're getting a bunch of free cores, so that's also, you know, not bad. And now we have a pretty similar set of choices as in the fascist path, so we can either become independent or the Greater Polish SSR. And I think you know where this is going. We're gonna become independent, which is also likely to lead to war with the Soviet Union. The Soviet Union declares war. Okay, so this is exactly what Germany would do too, but they didn't for some reason. Anyway, what's funny here actually is you immediately get invited to the Comintern. So now I'm in the Comintern, like usual, you know. But after that, I inevitably have to click this decision, or the game clicks it for me. So I leave the Comintern and the Soviets declare on me. So yeah, there we go. The Soviets declared on me. Actually, let's see if I can pull off that that encirclement. Nope. So yeah, at least. So why this is the runner-up and not the worst path is because you don't have any attack and defense nerfs against the Soviet Union. But like, it's not that much better, so sooner or later you're gonna die anyway. Or by some miracle they accept you being independent. But even then, you cannot do the anti-capitalist revolution, because you need this, which you can only do with the Polish path to socialism, for which you need the other leader. You can only do the preserve bourgeoisie democracy, but only when world tension is high enough or you're at war with Germany, or Germany has a war going against you, but that's more or less the same thing. And then you can join the Allies, but like, who knows what's gonna happen? You can get fucking Liberia as a puppet, and the anti-fascist revolution and military and all that jazz, but like, realistically you're not gonna be alive for that if the Soviet Union declares on you. And if you are, you still only have half of Poland. So that's like, actually that's even less than the fascist path. And you don't get any extra cores, but you also don't get any attack and defense nerfs anyway. And the Soviet Union fucking naval invaded, that's amazing. So I think you know where this is going. I'm not even gonna bother waiting until I die. I'm gonna load up the save before I did independence. Right. This time I'm gonna do the Greater Polish SSR. Alright, the Soviet Union returns Eastern Poland. So we get Poland back. And that's it. So if you do the Greater Polish SSR, you can do the socialist economy, these focuses, these 5, but you cannot proceed down here at all whatsoever. So yeah, you could do the Morges Pact if you weren't in a faction, but you're still a colony of the Soviet Union, so of course you're forced to be in a faction. So yeah, you get Poland back for not being able to do anything even remotely interesting over down here. So yeah, also, if you were wondering, I'm gonna release Poland. Yeah, these are our cores to the fullest extent. So Poland, HOI4 Poland and IRL Poland, plus Königsberg. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So that's gonna be the end of the video. If you found this interesting or liked the video, I would greatly appreciate it if you liked, commented and subscribed, and see you guys in the next one.